Peace and love, family. Peace and love. It's your boy Chris Enlighten coming back again with some more spiritual vittles. And today I'm going in on creating your own healing water. Ooh, this is a good one, family. This is a good one. I gotta say it like this: creating your own healing water. Ooh. Hey, I don't know if y'all ready for this one, family. I don't know if y'all ready for this one, but you guys have been watching my videos. You're astute in spirituality, and this video here is about to change the game. So most humans don't know that we have the power to create our own healing water. With the use of divine prayers, you can change the molecular structure of the water that you drink, the water that you intake, and the water that you use. And I say the miracle prayer or the healing prayer, the Ana Bacoa, on my water and on my food and on myself all the time. I use it to heal people and myself when I'm not feeling good. But I'm here to tell you, family, you can change the molecular structure of water and turn it into healing water. And I'm going to show you how. Before I do that, in my book, Poverty Consciousness, I talk about this doctor by the name of Dr. Miyamoto. And what he did was he took regular water, and he placed like loving, high vibratory words underneath the water. And he put a cup of water on top of it, and he just let it sit there for a while. And then he would freeze the water, and he noticed that the water would turn into these nice, beautiful crystalline structures. Now, when he would take another glass of water and put it on some low vibratory words like hate, disgust, murder, and like curse words and things like that, anything that's vibrating low, when he froze the water, he noticed the crystalline structures weren't visually stimulating. It was like chaos within the water. So that's when he realized that that words have vibration, and the vibration of the words can change the molecular structure of water and things. Now, we're 75% water. Just imagine what's happening to the water that's inside you when you choose to use barnyard vernacular, or curse words, or low vibratory words, or if you choose to embrace a lexicon of losing. Just imagine what happens to you. You're literally changing your molecular structure, and you're not even aware of it. But I'm here to tell you today, family, you can change all that by learning some divine prayers, drinking the water, eating your food, and like encompassing it with divine prayers. So what I like to do is take some fresh water and get a blue cup, blue bottle, blue glass, blue anything. Blue is great for healing. It's great for healing. You know, I wasn't aware of the color blue like that until my wife started making healing water. She would take water and put like a tumble crystal inside the water, and she would let the water sit outside or sit in a glass in sunlight for a day. She would let it sit 12 hours in sunlight and 12 hours in moonlight. And she would drink this water, and she was like, wow, this water is delicious. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I tried some, and I was like, wow, how'd you purify this water? She was like, the sun and the moon purified it. I was like, whoa, I've been hooked ever since. I've been hooked ever since. Don't put a raw crystal in your water. Get you a nice tumble crystal, and don't leave it in there for days. 24 hours at the most. That's what I say. But some of the vibration and the frequency within the crystal will then transmute and infuse in the water that you're drinking if you leave it outside in the sunlight or in the moonlight. If you don't have a porch, sit on your windowsill. Be creative. Have some spiritual ingenuity. But anyway, I'm going to make some healing water. And one thing that I do with the healing water, I say the Ana Bacoa over the water 3 times, and then I drink it. I drink it. If, let's say, my knee was hurting, I would say the Ana Bacoa over the water 3 times, take a little bit of my fingers, and while I'm rubbing my knee and drinking the water, I'm using the water to heal my inside, and I'm directing the water to where the pain is after I drink it. You know, when I drink the water, I don't just say, that was delicious. I visualize the water going directly to where the pain is. And I take a little bit, put it on my hands, and I rub where the pain is. It's like a beacon for the water to follow the signal of the other water in my hands. Because once you pray over the water like that, you create like a quantum entanglement within the water itself. So whatever the water does over here, it will do over here. So I have the water in my hand, I rub it my bad knee, I'm drinking the water. This water is going to go right to where the source is of pain and heal my pain. I've done it. I've done it to my mother, my mother-in-law, and other people across the country, and it always works. You can call it a spiritual placebo if you like, but it doesn't matter what you call it as long as it gets the desired result. The next time you're in pain, you have to memorize this divine prayer that I'm about to say. You have to memorize the Ana Bacoa, the healing prayer. You have to if you want it to work. Because when you say a divine prayer and it's from your heart, when your subconscious mind spews it out without you consciously thinking of it, it becomes you. You tether your consciousness with the energy of the divine prayer that millions of people have said for thousands of years. You become down with the spiritual dream team. It's just that simple. Everybody I know that's winning on my spiritual dream team know this prayer. When we go to these seminars across the country, the first thing we do is once our spiritual master comes in the door, we all stand up and in unison, we say this divine prayer 3 times. I don't care what type of energy was going around in that room, but when we say that Ana Bacoa 3 times, that healing prayer, miracle prayer, it literally dissolves the negative energy in the room. It dissolves it. It literally dissolves it. And when you have 200 to 300 people saying something with love and joy in the same intent, you can't help but to win. You can't help but to win. Me and my wife said it's beautiful. But me, my wife, and my daughter said it's momentous. And we all feel like this euphoric feeling of bliss when we're done. So enough about us. I'm going to tell you about how to get this water going. So I'm going to say the Ana Bacoa 3 times over this water, and then I'm going to drink it. And I want you, if you know it, get you a glass of water, put this on pause, get you a glass of water, and say it along with me while you're listening. Because my energy is going to transmute the water that you're about to drink to, company with your own energy. So we getting this back and forth thing going. It's always good to do healing and things like that in pairs. Whenever you have more than one person focused on something at the same time, it increases the vibration. So you can put this video on pause. Even if you don't know the prayer yet, use my energy, use my voice to heal your water. And I want you to drink it. And I assure you, when you drink that water, it's going to just taste different. It's going to taste delicious. This is my call to action to you. Go ahead and get you some water, put this on pause, and we're about to begin. Now, my left hand is my receiving hand, but my right hand is my giving hand. I'm going to say this prayer over the water, and I'm going to give my energy in the water. The first thing I always do is take 3 deep breaths, clear my mind with my eyes closed. In through my nose, out through my mouth. Ana Bacoa, Gijilat Yaminka, Tatir Tizara, Gabelanat, Amchatsak Venuta Harnunora, Na Gibor Doshe Yugadeka, Kavavat Sherman, Bacham Tacham, Rakam Eltazikateka, Tami Gamlan Chasin Kadosh, Barab Tuvka Nahel Adateka, Yakiga Elam Chapanezo Krekadusha Teka, Shivatanu Kabel, Ushmant Zagatanu Yodea Alamut, Barukshum Kavol Makuto, Lalam Vayed. Ana Bacoa, Gijilat Yaminka, Tatir Tizara, Kabel Renatam Chasak Venu Tahar Nunora, Nagi Bor Doshe Yugadeka, Kababat Shamran, Bacham Tacham, Rakamel Tazika Teka, Tami Gamlan, Chasin Kadosh, Barav Tufka, Nahel Adateka, Yakiga Elam Chapanezo Krekadusha Teka, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushmant Zakatanu Yodea to Alamut, Barukshum Kavol Makuto, Lalam Vayed. Ana Bacoa, Gijilat Yaminka, Tatir Tizara, Kabel Renatam Chasak Venu Tahar Nunora, Nagi Bordo She Yukadeka Kababa Chaman, Bachem Tachem, Rakamelta Zikateka, Tami Gamlin, Chasin Gadosh, Baraf Tufka Nahelateka, Yakiga Lem Chapanezo Krekadusha Teka, Shavatanuka Bel, Ushma Zagatanu Yodet Alamut, Paruksham Kavol Makuto Lalambaye. I almost lost it for a little bit there. I'll be getting into this prayer and I just go somewhere else. I had to come back and say, am I on the right line? I don't know where I was at. But that's what happens when you start really getting into these divine prayers, family. And I started rubbing my amulet, my medallion. This is the Anabakor Healing Prayer Medallion. So I'm rubbing it with my left hand to receive the energy from it. And then I give it into the water. Okay, family? Now what I'm about to do is drink this tasty beverage. My wife called me a heavy drinker. I be gumping hard. But I don't care. Because when something's delicious, I go hard. It just tastes so good, family. If you don't believe me, try it. Try it yourself. If you want to taste some delicious water, say a divine prayer over it. It changes it. And I really can't explain it. You're going to have to see for yourself. Take some water. Don't say a divine prayer over it. Take some water. Say a divine prayer over it. You tell me which one tastes better. Whew. It's kind of like when you're at your altar and you have an apple on your altar or any type of vegetable or fruit and it lasts indefinitely. You take the same apple or vegetable or fruit and you take it off of your altar, you maybe got 2 weeks, if that, without it molding. Why is that? Why is that? It's because when you're saying divine prayers every day at your altar, it's changing the molecular structure of the vegetable, the fruit, or whatever food you have over there. Negativity, mold, anything with detritus cannot exist in a high vibratory place or frequency. That's why when people are always happy, they look better. They feel better. If you're embracing negativity, you're embracing a poverty consciousness mindset, you start to age a little bit. Okay? So on that note, family, I hope you made you some healing water. I hope you learned a divine prayer. Check out my mantras page, my mantras playlist. I got a plethora of mantras out there that will help you win, family. So on that note, peace and love. Winning!